Hi, I'm Jake Tapper. Welcome to The Lead. Breaking news now on The Lead. The campus of Santa Monica College in California is on lockdown after a school shooting. Our affiliate in the area, KCBS, reports that several people have been injured, and California Highway Patrol tells us that a suspect is in custody, and there are reports of a possible second shooter. All area schools are reportedly on lockdown as a precaution. The president is currently at a fundraiser in Santa Monica, not too far away from this campus, but far enough away. The Secret Service says this is not affecting his visit, and it's a local police matter. Let's listen in to our affiliate right now, KCAL.
They are talking to witnesses. Cara, you've got another person who appears to have experienced this morning's terror.
Right. I have someone else who was sitting in the library. You are a student here, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me what you heard, what you saw.
I was studying for my bio final, saw kids looking back and running past my window. So I got up and started to head towards the front of the library and heard what sounded like a small bomb or maybe a shotgun blast, and then a bunch of repetitive shots. So I said, everybody, let's get out of the library. We all started funneling, and then panic ensued, and everybody started racing. One of the doors wouldn't open, and we all screamed out the back. Came around, saw a car in the middle of campus that was clearly shot up with broken windows, you know, on the part of campus where you can't drive. And then, you know, SWAT teams were arriving at that point. I helped one of them figure out how to get across the field. And it's kind of, all my stuff's still sitting in the library.
Frightening experience, I know, for all of you. And some of you have been expressing to me that you're still in shock. Did you see any of your fellow students that were injured in this?
Gratefully, I didn't see anybody get injured. I heard the shots and everything, but I didn't see anybody get hurt. You know, did my best to help everybody stay calm and just get towards the outside of campus. And, you know, I hope everybody's all right. This is the third time that we've been told there was something going on campus, and it's usually not true, but this one was definitely real.
And have you received any kind of word from police or from campus officials as to what they would like all of you to do at this point?
No, there was a robocall made to us just saying the campus was on lockdown. If you were on campus, stay inside, don't open the doors. If you're off campus, stay away.
We've been hearing kind of conflicting reports from some of the students here, maybe one, maybe two students or suspects involved that were on campus. Did you have any kind of a feel for whether there may have been one or two weapons involved?
I have no idea. What I heard sounded like two distinct weapons. Like I said, whether it was a shotgun or a small bomb, and then what sounded like a semi-automatic handgun or rifle or something that could fire quickly. And we heard a number of shots fired in pretty rapid succession.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. We'll continue panning around here, and you can see some of the other students who are gathered here. I did hear from another student here who said that before these blasts rang out, there were other blasts on
We're
Pico
watching
Boulevard,
the
that a
local
car was
KCAL coverage of a school shooting at the campus of Santa Monica College. We're going to dip in and out of that coverage, but joining us on the phone right now is Maddie Gunther. She heard gunshots on campus. Maddie, tell us what you heard.
Hi. Well, we're on Pico and Cloverfield, and it sounded like the guy was on our building shooting at something or someone, and so we all just kind of ran. The first blast, we just froze, not knowing what it was, but then after that, we kind of just ran.
Where were you exactly when the shots started being fired? You didn't see this person, right? You just heard it.
Yeah, we're in an office building, so we just heard them, and there were like 7 of them.
Seven what? 7 victims?
7 gunshots.
7 gunshots, okay. And after you heard the 7 gunshots, you ran for cover, or you ran as soon as you heard the first one?
Like the second one, we ran for cover.
And where are you right now?
Pico and Cloverfield, in an office building.
Our CNN affiliate, KCAL, spoke to witnesses who say they think they heard a shotgun and a handgun. Did you hear different sounding blasts, or were they all the same?
They all kind of sounded the same. We were all just a little panicky and confused.
There's also some confusion right now about whether or not there was more than one shooter, according to witnesses. Do you have any take on that? Did the gunshots all seem to come from the same place, or were they coming from different locations?
We also heard one about down the street, but that was kind of it.
So you heard gunshots from 2 different directions?
No, the other one we just heard about. We didn't hear it. We just heard like 7 gunshots from right outside of our building.
All right. Maddie Gunther, thank you so much. We're going to dip right now back into the local coverage of the Santa Monica College shooting with our affiliate KCAL in California.
This was scheduled to be a very short stop in Southern California, at least close to the coast, before a 2 o'clock departure for the Palm Springs area and a meeting with China's new president there. So the president currently is not too far from where all this is going on, and because of his presence, there is a no-fly zone in the area, which is explaining to you why this afternoon you're not seeing pictures from Sky 2 or Sky 9, because they are not allowed to fly in an area where the president is immediately in the area.
Left side of your picture, Kent, right now, those live pictures from the scene near Santa Monica College. Right side of your screen is a picture we just got from Facebook, and this shows some of the ambulance activity in the area, paramedics responding to the scene. This is a multi-agency response, and that was interesting. Left side of your screen, you just saw that man describing what he saw, making motions as if someone was shooting a gun several times. Culver City, CHP, Santa Monica Police, Campus Police,
We're going to turn
LAPD,
to different coverage right now to KABC out of Los Angeles, who has a witness, and we're going to listen to him.
Who's terrified.
Set the scene for me then. Today's finals for a lot of students. The library area would have been what? Just packed with students?
Pretty full today, yes. It's Friday. Friday is a little lighter than, Monday through Thursday. But it's finals. I don't know. They have extended hours during finals, so the library is open usually till 6, and it's open until 10 o'clock at night. They have 4 extra hours, which I've been needing to do my work, and I've been continuously coming here. I was getting here several hours early from my class to once again work in the library, and I'm terrified. And I got to say, the news that's currently in the media about our government spying on us and things like this is not irrelevant.
Let me tell you, thank you very much, Omar, for your time here. Again, the stories have been very consistent from students here. Noontime about the library.
We're going to dip now from KABC local coverage to KCAL local coverage. KCAL now interviewing another witness to the school shooting in Santa Monica College.
You didn't hear the actual gunfire. You were kind of buried in your studies. But tell me what you did hear.
All I did hear was a girl, in pain or suffering in some way. And then I just turned and I see a bunch of students coming my way running, and everyone was panicking and people were crying, and it was just a lot of mixed feelings and emotions at the same time. And for me, I was shocked and I didn't know how to react. So what I did, since the guy said everybody leave, I just left my things there and I started running with the rest. And then the officers and the people at the staff were get off the campus, get off the campus. So I really didn't know where to go or what to do, because I was just shocked with the whole, this thing was just a shock for many of us, and so for me now, I'm just waiting to hopefully get the clear so I can go back and get my things.
And now I know some people saw a car on campus that also had some, a window shattered. Did you see that as you were leaving?
No, I didn't see that, but I did hear comments from students that there was a shooting, a car that had shotguns and everything.
That had the windows blown out, or that had that had the windows blown out.
And also that there was a baby car seat.
A baby car seat in that car.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. One of the witnesses here who was in the library at that time, if we pan around again, you can see the students here kind of waiting for direction from school officials or from the CHP here. This remains, they're telling us, a very active scene. We have seen more officials going into campus, some of them with weapons, trying to determine exactly what the situation is there with that suspect who we're told is down, and then possibly, according to the witnesses here, possibly a second suspect on campus as well.
And it was full of students. Today's finals day. Next week, more finals are scheduled. But today, there were a lot of students in there studying, preparing for their final exams when the shots rang out. Again, we're not hearing anything about injuries to victims here or the shooter or shooters right now. It's still a very fluid situation here as more and more officers arrive here to help in the investigation, to gather evidence, and to basically look for anybody else who could be armed and dangerous roaming around this neighborhood. Where we are right now at the bus stop at 18th and Pico. Again, you see the strong CHP presence here. We've seen LAPD and Santa Monica PD officers running onto campus. Earlier we showed you a couple of CHP officers running on with rifles, running into campus as well. Right now where we are, 18th, that's blocked off. 17th Street at the light to my left, that is blocked off as well. All the way down to 20th Street, nobody's coming through this section of Pico Boulevard right now. Again, this all happened about an hour ago, about noontime, just over an hour ago, 1 hour and 10 minutes ago. In the middle of the day, as students were preparing for finals, preparing their reports, preparing to wrap up the school year, and this breaks out. Again, no, we haven't been able to get anything confirmed as far as injuries are concerned, but we're hearing reports as well about the windows of a car and a bus being shot out and injuries there. I spoke to one CHP officer here. The little that he knew, he said, is that they're still looking for evidence here, and they're still not sure what exactly they're dealing with on campus, other than they're dealing with a shooter. They're trying to figure out who that person is. What students have been describing to us here is that there was one shooter in the library who got off one shot, and then they heard a loud bang or an explosion, and then...
That's a KABC in Los Angeles coverage of a school shooting at Santa Monica College. We're going to continue to cover this developing story ahead. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, there's some breaking news on what may have caused the building collapse that killed 6 people. Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter will join me live next. Stick around. Lots of breaking news today. Welcome back to The Lead. You're looking at live shots from the Los Angeles TV station KCAL, a CNN affiliate of Santa Monica College. We're breaking right now is news from Santa Monica College. There was a shooter on campus. The call of the shooting came in just before noon Pacific time. One suspect is reportedly in custody. The streets around the area are closed and the area is in lockdown. There's no confirmation of a second suspect. Police are searching buildings to check to see if there is a possible second suspect, but no confirmation right now. They said that Santa Monica Police is handling the case. In addition, 3 individuals who have been apparently wounded have been transported to the UCLA Medical Center. We have not been told the ages of the individuals taken to UCLA Medical Center. Let's now toss to some sound from an eyewitness to the event.
Said you were just down the street here and you saw all this begin.
It happened right in front of me. I mean, I was in my car and a guy on the left side of the street jumped out of a car with a big black gun and started blasting rounds at all of our cars and the buildings and the bus. Maybe like 10 rounds. He jumped back in the car and went on the left, took off.
Did he go onto campus at that point?
I don't know. He took... I wanted to take a right turn, and he took left on Cloverfield and took off, and that's all what I saw. I was hiding under my dashboard because I thought one bullet hit my car because I heard a ching on my car, you know, and that was it, you know.
Was he alone in the car, or was there someone else with him?
It seemed like he was alone in his car. But I saw him jumping out of the car. He had a big black gun in his hand, and he just started blasting maybe 10 rounds at all, from left to the right.
Now, I know you said your car got a ping, and we're so glad that you're okay. Was there anyone else hit at this point out here?
Somebody dropped down to the ground, but apparently she didn't get hit. I think she had a shock. So I think over there, after these 10 rounds, nobody got really hit. I just saw like broken glass from the cars.
Was he saying anything? Any idea why this may have been taking place?
And it went so fast. He got out of the car and he was standing in the middle of the intersection, and from left to the right, he just started blasting rounds.
I saw you speaking with police just a short while ago before you came over to speak with us. They're trying to gather information. Anything else that they've been able to tell you about what may have happened?
Well, I was asking them if there is a second shooter, but they couldn't confirm a second shooter. I only saw one shooter 2 blocks away, and he took off to the left, and I think he hid it in there. But the police told me there might be a second shooter, but I don't know about that, and it's not confirmed.
You're watching an interview with a witness to the school shooting at Santa Monica College, courtesy of CNN affiliates KCAL, KCBS. There is more breaking news that we're going to get to in a second, but first, just know that we will stay on the Santa Monica school shooting and continue to cover it as events warrant.